Welcome back, and as we promised also that we are going to tackle the efforts exerted to boost tourism, and we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Yehia Abdul Qader, our tourism counselor. Thank you very much for being with us, sir, and a very good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, and how are you?
Fine, thank you, sir. And sir, let's talk more about the initiatives and about efforts exerted by the state to boost tourism. How do you see these initiatives and their impact on attracting more visitors or more tourists to visit Egypt in millions, inshallah, in the very near future?
Well, really, the administration, of the Egyptian government has a solid strategy to promote tourism, to reach, inshallah, 30 million visitors by the year 2030. But we had a good year this year, like 2023. We reached 14.5 million visitors, and 1.5 million of them, they come from the Arab countries, and 80% of the total of Arab visitors, they come from Saudi Arabia. So really, this is a potential volume, and the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities is working, consistently to promote, Arab tourism as well. And then it's a good year as well this year, the past year, 23, because we had an increase of 20% versus 2022. So these are some of the indicators that we are developing, inshallah, and we had, an excellent year. 20% increase is a great volume as well.
Yes, sir, but when we talk about new markets, new countries, and when we talk about India and China, for example, this was, I think, or in my humble opinion, one of the priorities, because if we attract only 500,000 from each, this is going to add a lot. We are speaking about huge countries and huge population.
You are quite right, because the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities really is launching new events and exhibitions and fairs. Currently, we have the Ramesses II and Golden Sparrows in Australia and Sydney. And this year, 2024, we're having great archaeological and pharaonic exhibitions in China, in Japan, and Spain as well. So you are quite right. This is apart from the government is promoting to develop 15,000 hotel rooms. Really, because as we know, and I have seen from the material in the media, 15,000 hotel rooms that will generate $2 billion in taxes, sales tax, revenues as well.
Yes, sir. And I think here we should differentiate or speak more about the types of tourism, because many people would think that when we talk about tourism, we talk only about the cultural tourism, about the museums, as of course there is such a strategy to renovate the old museums and to build new ones. But I think it's time to realize the importance of health tourism, sports tourism, conferences tourism, wedding tourism, of course entertainment, beach, you name it. How do you see the importance of spreading awareness of other types of tourism?
Well, this is really quite right, because shortly, inshallah, within 10 days, on 24th of January, is going to be the opening of the Cairo Book Fair. And we have, 1,200 publishers, and expect hundreds of thousands of visitors coming over the 17 days of the fair. And Norway has been selected as the guest of honor of this year. This is the 55th, book fair we have in Egypt. We've been having it for 55 years now. So this is one of the events, and that we like to promote culture, as you mentioned, entertainment, sport event, and look at the Egyptian athletes worldwide. They are monopolizing, some of the sports, like the squash, athletics, tennis, soccer,
No, I'm asking this question, sir, in specific, because after the latest visit of President Abdul al-Sisi to the Olympic City in the new administrative capital, and when he was briefed by Minister of Sports and Youth, Dr. Ashraf Sobhi, about the facilities we have, about the stadium, which is a fifth generation stadium, recovery rooms, the entry and exit systems to guarantee that no stampedes, that even if there are huge crowds, we guarantee the safety of the fans or spectators. This means that we are sending a message to the whole world that we can host huge and large numbers of competitions in all games without differentiation, I mean.
Exactly, yeah, World Olympics and athletic events. I mean, we'll be doing this consistently now, but with the addition of the administrative capital sports facility, we're going, like capture, like more prizes and awards, inshallah. Of course, this year, inshallah, we're expecting the grand opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum. And like how this is lucrative, and the visitors worldwide are lining up, like to come and witness the grand opening inauguration of this great iconic, like masterpiece of Egyptian culture and civilization. So inshallah, we expect 2024 to be, like an excellent, exceptional year, because we are creating more, like we renovated the Greco-Roman Museum in Alexandria. We have, like private managed museums in Hagara. And we have the civilization, Fustat Museum in Old Cairo. So really all these events, like are matching up and creating more demand for Egyptian culture and civilization.
And sir, also we used, for example, the summer to have the Al Alamein Festival. Concerts tourism was one of the new types of tourism which was introduced last season. I'm sorry. And as you've kindly mentioned, we are going to celebrate the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum in just a few days to come. How do you see the innovative ideas? I mean, all the time now to think out of the box, to think about how to attract more age categories, stuff like that, if you want to elaborate more.
Of course, like the young generation, like they love to travel, they like to like follow up on adventure tourism, like take safaris, mountain climbing, like parasailing. And Egypt offers, like a great tray and services, like of this type of adventures that attracts the youth and adventurers. As well as, that we had, like great events, like we are upgrading, like Old Cairo, and that has been like on the Ministers' Council just last week, because like with the development of the administrative capital, at the time that we renovate and upgrade and enhance the historic buildings and culture, like sites that we've been, like developing for the past 200 years. So this is going to create more demand, because visitors like to come and enjoy this. We have the results, like events all the way from Marsa Alam to Dahab, Nuweiba. And as you mentioned, the Alamein great resource attracting visitors from the Gulf worldwide. And then the Ministry of Tourism is developing again the boat tourism, like, so because we have developing our seaports, like on the Mediterranean and on the Red Sea as well.
And
So
also, one final question, sir, regarding the propaganda for new discoveries. I mean, thank God now all of the missions who are implementing on the ground an epic with more discoveries every now and then, and scattered all over Egypt. I mean, today in Saqqara and tomorrow in El Minya. Only, for example, how do you see our way to propagate for those discoveries, and with those new discoveries to change our tourism map?
Definitely, because just last week, like TripAdvisor, which is the top travel and tourism American search engine, they ranked Egypt and selected Egypt among the top 25 destinations to be visited this year.
Yeah.
So really, this is a great, like promotion and advertising for us from an international instrument, like the TripAdvisor. And Egypt Air as well. They added at least like 20 new, destinations like Japan, Indonesia, Latin America, so even West Africa, and Spain, and they have 2 locations now, Morocco, Casablanca, and Tangiers. They have Manchester and London. They have New Jersey and New York. So really all this, extension of travel destination to Egypt Air is going to generate travel business definitely for Egyptian international flows as well.
Well, Mr. Yehia Abdul Qader, our tourism counselor, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. And by this, we come to the end of our episode. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates. And for more details, please log on to www.nileinternational.net. Many thanks for watching. With all my love, this was Nermeen Abdul.